Welcome back to Factorio playing SpaceX on extreme settings. We're going to just jump on board here. We've done a few more launches. We're having some difficulty with the satellites keeping up, mainly with the panels. It seems to be slightly slow, so they might all be ready, but they don't all have satellites, that sort of thing. And this guy now has 28,000 on here. I said in the instructions 10 seconds of inactivity is enough to go, but we don't have another station, so we better put that in. Space science drop off, and that will be inventory empty, and we can probably just go actually at this point. So it fuels here, which is the only place it can get fuel really, rushes along this short journey over to where the science labs are, and see, it's going in 3s rather than 4s now. We're just not quite getting enough satellites produced to keep up with everything, but that's okay. This will probably sit here until such time as I create these passive providers with, let's make sure it's got some of these things, because it's going to need them. That's not quite what we want it to do. We need to disconnect a few wires here. That's in that, and that one's okay. You guys need to come over here. Right. Am I getting more robots? Probably not very many more. Let's make that another 300. We seem to be a bit short of robots at the other end. This should help charge our science. How close to empty are we? 20. Oh, not even vaguely close. Does it really take that long to unload? 25k. I suppose it does, really. Alright, we're going to need a bit more, I think. Possibly means that we need to let's get a few more of these guys in just to help out a little bit. How fast is that going down now? Maybe that's a little bit better. Armies of robots ripping it away. So these can do about 2.5 a second each, taking 12, so it's about 30. We've got 12, that's 360 a second more or less, so it should be dropping. We're going to want it to be able to drop 1,000, not 2,000 a minute really, if not 4,000 a minute really, to allow for the both ways trip. Guess it's unloading fast enough, which probably means I need to boost at the other end. So come on, hurry up. We're going to want to do science shortly. Let's just have a quick, whoops, where are we? A quick look, see if all of these have filled up. 548 down there, 512. $450. Seems to be a slightly uneven number of white science, but that's bots again for you. It's kind of, I guess, why I let it wait until there was a decent amount descend up there. How's the train? It must be getting low. Just caught it on the way out. How many bots do we have? Only 50. 90. Oh well, it helps. Let's come back here. We've only launched 4 more in this time, which doesn't seem like a huge number. Let's come back. Is this loading fast enough? It probably is, you know. Maybe I'll just leave that. How far off are we from another launch? 76, 80. Not too far. What about this one? Close. It's waiting with a satellite. It's the only one that's waiting with a satellite. .8. This can't take much longer. Alright, let's ride it back, and then let's do some science. 10 seconds. Let's just jump to the map view for a second. I want to see how this one's going. Yeah, it's satellites that we're waiting on, and they're waiting on these things. Maybe I might need to install a few more solar panel building arrays just to make sure that that works a bit better. Anyway, I guess we're not doing too badly. I mean, 175, it's really not going to take us very long to get through all of that in the scheme of things. I am probably going to potentially kick off other science as well, but for now, I think there's science charged pretty much everywhere here where it's supposed to be. So let us go to bot speed, worker robot speed. The next one costs 1,000. Let's see this go. Worker robot speed. Come on. It's probably not going to start until I get all the way to the very end with the science. And here we go. Even at half speed, this isn't really taking especially long. Nice. We have one more level of worker robot speed. Is that going to make a difference to our 36,000 robots? Probably not. Let's go for the next one. That's 2,000. Right. Let's go. I don't know what we have in storage. They've all dropped down slightly. They're all kicking into gear. Iron plates are a little bit low, so no doubt that process is kicking off. And 2,000 is just about done, which will give us the second level of worker robot speed. Dink, dink, dink. And what's the next one? 4,000. We should be good for 4,000. What are we getting each time? Plus 65%. Very good. 4,000. Let's go. And what did we get that time? Nothing. So this satellite issue is must have satellites in it now. Yes. So the satellites really is causing something of a slowdown. But faster robots now. That's a good thing. How's our iron doing? Our iron is getting hammered. Production science never fully recovered. So 4,000, that would be sort of 7,000 of our 32,000 that we had produced. We will need some for astrometrics, but not just yet. We need more bot speed, because hopefully it will help. There you go. What's the next level? 8,000. Let's do that as well. Should not take too long. The bots all moving a bit faster. We still don't have enough bots according to that. Although this is what I like to see, the fact that 74,000 bots is not... I might be speaking too soon. I was going to say 74,000 bots might just be coping, but it's... maybe we're just starting to cope with 74,000 bots. And worker robot speed 8. I mean, the entire factory must be operating right now. There's purple science. There's yellow science. Red production. Oh, are we low on power? No, I don't think so. I missaw something. Battery's not needed at the moment. A huge influx of green circuits. Let's actually see what our production stats are. 96,000 green circuits a minute. That's not bad. I suspect that we are probably not coping with our... No, we need a vastly greater amount of iron and copper to handle the demands being made on our factory at this time. And steel probably as well. And purple science just is not keeping up, probably because it's sort of last on the pecking order. So yeah, we need a lot more, like double what we can currently do, which seems incredible, I know, but that is the inescapable conclusion. This is what I was trying to avoid. I might have to do something with red to get some more of these here, but yeah. Actually, what is blue's production at the moment? Per minute. Blue circuits, 4,000, that's not bad. Some people would consider 4,000 green circuits to be an achievement. We're doing that with processing units. And our all-time production, 123 million green, 26 million red, 4.1 million blue. Even sciences are starting to get up there a bit. And we've got 9, so that's sort of about 15, is it? 16,000. We ought to be able to do this one extra level, level 10. Not sure if that's going to slow down our research. I think we'll quickly have a look at the map to see how is iron in the way going. 1.9, that shouldn't be too far off before it's cleared. 10 million in the copper in the way, so that's getting there. Over here we have this one that I've actually got 3 trains coming in to try and move it, because 10 million is a lot, but it was quite a bit more. It is moving down quite quickly. If we follow through, stone 8.7, we've almost killed the landfill, so this will be able to come through soon. It might circumvent the copper. The iron here is only 4 million, so we might actually be able to move the main highway through very soon. The other thing that was quite interesting was this is our first main copper that was 30 million when we started off. It's now 4 million, so that's certainly been hit quite a lot. And there's some others up here that are smallish supplies that are starting to dry up. So I'm going to have to get my rubbish train active. I actually have created a rubbish train, rubbish unload. Oh, well, I've created the unloading station. Basically what I'm going to do is repurpose the supply outposts for the rubbish train, and then it will come and collect all of the unused miners from the grid where they used to come from. This one is still going quite strongly. So yeah, this is kind of the main one now that we need to get through. Oil's starting to get hammered a little bit harder than it was, which is good, because we built oil with the capability of processing at a much higher level than I have used to date. Doesn't look like it's really struggling too much. How's the coal here? 13 million, that's tons, and so on and so forth. We're up to 37, that's good. Worker robot speed 10 is coming along quite fast. But 37 won't really be enough. I wonder if maybe I should stop at worker robot speed 10 for now and start doing astrometrics, because that has a slightly lower rate of demand. The other thing is we simply aren't producing enough resources. In fact, you can see that iron's vanished altogether. Iron, yes, iron plate is negative, iron ore will soon be joining it. How are we doing up here? The fact that we actually have a surplus of robots is good. Maybe it's helping UPS a little bit. It's perhaps giving us a... We're not getting the huge copper. Mind you, what's copper supply at? Copper ore we still have some. I doubt we have any copper plate though. Copper plate, yeah, it's all gone. So maybe it's just a function of the amount of smelting I've got here is just not enough anymore. With the robot speed increase, we seem to be doing a little bit better. We're still getting... We still have a lot charging just here. That is a problem. I wonder if our production has picked up at all. Not really. We're not getting enough green. These have a little bit. Yellow, blue rather, is up to 5,000 a minute, which is good. But yeah, some of the others have kind of dropped off a little bit. Purple has really suffered. And is space science even there? Perhaps not. It's probably just not getting the resources that it needs. Let's have a look at plastic. We seem to be coping. I'm actually amazed at how well red and green science are doing at the moment. So that's worker robot speed 10. It has helped. There is no question that that has helped a lot. One satellite. It is definitely the satellites that are holding us up. 80. So what's going on here? What are you missing? Steel. A general shortage of resources is hitting, in particular the solar panels. Anyway, yes, worker robot speed. I am pleasantly surprised at how beneficial that's been, because I don't mind operating at 30 UPS. It's a lot better than 20 UPS, and before the worker robot speed, that's pretty much what we were at. So this is pretty good. And we obviously need to work on resources. That will be next. I think we are basically operating our current smelting at maximum capacity pretty much continuously. There's still quite a lot of robots sitting here waiting for charging in spite of everything. We actually have trains backed up, so that's not the issue. Just getting enough to unload here probably is a bit of an issue. There's 2 iron ores coming in right now, which is nice, but iron plate just is not keeping up. copper plate just is not keeping up. Yes, and of course the satellites launching is not keeping up as a consequence of everything else not keeping up. So yeah, I think the plan, originally I was going to double this up, and now of course I built this out. So this area here is going to simply receive, and I think it's going to need to be receiving iron plates, copper plates, and maybe steel plates, possibly even green circuits, because that's not running to capacity. There's not a lot of robots waiting around, but still. Oops, not LP. Just take one final look. Yeah, it's dropping off. It's just not getting enough resources. Nowhere's getting enough resources. That's the problem. And so everything is winding down and dropping off. But that's okay. We will deal with that one. We will deal with it with remote processing. Thanks very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.